Yeah, having my dad in hockey has been big for me. I was born in Seattle. At that time, my dad was coaching the Seattle Thunderbirds. For anybody that doesn't know, they're a team that plays major junior hockey in Western Canada, out of the Western Hockey League. I grew up majority of my life watching major junior hockey, specifically the Western Hockey League. I lived in Eastern Washington with him coaching hockey. Took me to places like Philadelphia when he was working with the Flyers. We ended up in upstate New York in Binghamton. He coached with the Los Angeles Kings, so we lived a bit there too. But just having someone like that, not only as a father but as a coach, really helped my game. Took me to different levels. And helped me learn parts of the game that I probably would have never learned. Growing up, as a kid, I actually hated hockey for the first few years of my life. It was a struggle to get me in skates. But when I was living in Philadelphia, my dad finally got me to go out to a couple learn to skate programs with Guy Goudreau, father of Johnny Goudreau. He taught me how to play hockey. I have a couple fond memories as a child skating out of the Hollydale rink in South Jersey. Guy Gaudreau used to um, get my attention by hitting me over the head with a hockey stick. That probably taught me to listen a little better, but I'm sure a few coaches can detest to that and say that I don't listen that well still. Where I really fell in love with the game of hockey was in Richland, Washington. My dad was coaching the Western Hockey League, Tri-City Americans. And he was fortunate enough to coach current Montreal Canadiens goalie Carey Price, who to this day is a very close family friend and a role model of mine. Um, as a child, I was 5 to 9 years old watching Carey playing major junior, and I spent a lot of time in my dad's locker room as a kid, developing bonds with these older guys and finding a newfound love for the game, as well as picking up little tidbits of the way they played the game, things that they like to do, and just basically becoming a sponge and absorbing everything that they had to teach me. So my dad actually never coached me as an actual coach. He was always there for guidance. I mostly saw most of my learning experience from him in the off season when he would have an opportunity to get away from his team, and I'd have some time to get on the ice with him. We would always work on a little individual skills. He's always big on holding on to that puck and working on individual skill and stuff like that. So he was able to escalate my game in the sense of skill work and work ethic. For anybody that doesn't know what kind of player my dad was, he wasn't known as a overly skilled player in the National Hockey League. He was more known as a tough player, and so he's tried to always instill that in me. Um, so for me growing up, it was always a well balance of him teaching me work ethic as well as the fundamentals to the game. Most recently, my dad was with the Los Angeles Kings, and he's been obviously that's a very demanding schedule, but he's always made time to watch our games, whether it's on the internet or when he'd come out here and play the Bruins. He was able to catch a few games. Fortunate enough for me, he's never made my career. He's never put my career on the back burner. He's always able to watch our games and give me feedback, whether it's just giving me a call on the phone or when he's out here, he's always got the pen and paper going on at the dinner table while we're out at Lincoln Tavern in Southie. He's drawing up plays, things I should have done here, things I should have done there. And like I said, it's all about being a sponge and just trying to listen to everything.